Hello YouTube, so today I want to talk about bullying, and specifically bullying as it occurs in school. No matter what you may think or believe about bullying, the fact remains that it is a key issue that is affecting many children today, and that may have long-lasting effects on their emotional, mental and physical well-being that may continue far into adulthood. However, as I've gone through school, I've found that a lot of teachers and parents don't really understand how much bullying is happening or the extent of it, and just pass it off as part of being a kid. I've experienced this myself in the fact that I've had to move 6 different schools because I was bullied so much and the teachers didn't know how to deal with it or didn't deal with it at all. It was only by the time that I got into high school that the teachers really started doing something. And this brings up another fact that I've encountered a lot through different schools that I went through. The idea of snitching. The fact that kids don't want to tell a higher authority that they are being bullied in whatever way, that they think that it will show them as weaker to their peers, that they can't take the bullying what's happening. And this idea that it's just part of being a kid accentuates that fact and stops kids from going to someone who may be able to help them. And I've experienced this myself. I would keep everything that I'd experienced inside, and it would only be because my parents basically kept on asking and asking and asking that I told them, and they went to the higher authorities, and the bullying eventually stopped. And kids may feel that if they snitch or if they tell a higher authority, a teacher or a parent, then their classmates will think worse of them and the bullying will still continue. There's this perceived idea that the teachers do not know what the kids are going through and that they might not really care, and that if you go to the teachers, they may be able to stop it for a while, but it's not going to help in the long run. And I think that's a very, very sad fact, because bullying affects kids' minds in ways that we can't fathom. But there is a strong correlation between bullying and depression, with bullying victims 2 to 9 times more likely to commit suicide. I think this is a very sad and important fact that we should look into and see why bullying occurs. There are so many different issues happening during the period when children are bullied. They're going through puberty, there are a lot of changes happening to their body, and adding the added stress, either emotionally, physically or mentally, of being bullied and dealing with those problems on top of everything else can just hurt people in so many more ways. So how do we combat this problem? Well, one of the ways would be educating teachers, to find the teachers who want that active role in looking after their kids. But one of the things that can stop bullying the most is peers stepping in. I found that you're less likely to be bullied if you have a strong group of friends around you, or even if you're being bullied and some stranger, some person you may not know, steps in and stops it. And this is so hard to do because there's this mentality in kids that if they step in, they will be bullied too. They'll be ostracized. It's the bystander effect, where if you see somebody else not doing something, you're more likely not to step in because nobody else is doing it. You don't want to be seen as the outsider. It's safer not to be seen as the outsider. But if more and more people step in and stop bullying where it's happening, or befriend those people who may be seen as the outsider, bullying will decrease. And it's not only the victims that we need to think of, it's the bullies themselves. Because so often bullies have been bullied, and they've taken the dominant role because that's the way they feel they can have power, that it doesn't matter what may have happened to them in the past, that they're no longer the victim. Now they're the one causing the pain, and it may make them feel better for a while, but it won't when they move to adulthood, when they move out of that school into the real world. They won't feel satisfied. It's not only the victims that we have to think about, it's also the reasons why bullies are actually causing harm. And if we examine these issues and see why they happen, hopefully bullying will decrease. Until then, if you know someone being bullied, or if you're bullied yourself, go to the higher authorities. Find someone who will take an active role and look after you. It doesn't matter if people may think you're a snitch. Your safety is more important than anything else. Find a good group of friends who will be there for you. If you have friends who are bullying you or not being nice to you, leave them behind. Find other people. There are other people out there who will appreciate you for who you are. I just want bullying to decrease in our world so that more kids will be able to have a happy, safe and fulfilling childhood and grow up into strong, caring, kind adults who will be able to make a difference in this world. Now onto some happier thoughts. I am actually releasing my first single on the 17th of November. Information down in the doobly-doo. But right now I have a sneak peek of my single for you to listen to. This is just an excerpt. This is the chorus, and I hope you enjoy it.
Oh, don't leave me alone here tonight. I'm not sure I will survive. Oh, I can't do a bit
hope you enjoyed my new single, and I hope that you would be excited to buy it. All the information is, again, down below, and I hope to see you next week. Don't forget to be awesome.